allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have some minutes to approve. First one is our July 21st, 2016 regularly scheduled council meeting minutes. If there isn't any additions or corrections, we need a motion to have those approved.
Make that motion.
There's a motion on the floor from Stephanie.
I'll second it.
Second by Donnie. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
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 Should probably abstain because I wasn't here.
You weren't elected yet.
Yeah, you don't have to abstain unless you want.
Yeah.
Next was our July 11th, 2016 special meeting. That was appointing our new city clerk. If there's any additions or corrections, we need to have those approved.
I'll make that motion.
Motion on the floor from Donnie. Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Stephanie. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried unanimously. Agenda this evening. We have Brian down here. He is the very last soul in this whole thing. Should we move him up right away so Brian can take care of his business and we can get him out of here?
No.
Did you bring
He
chocolate?
just came off vacation. He needs to sit and rest and relax. Yes, we should move.
Yeah.
Okay, let's put Brian right on the top. Is there any other additions or corrections to the agenda this evening? If not, I need to have a motion on the agenda approved.
I'll make that motion.
Motion
Second.
on the floor by Donnie and second by Mary. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried unanimously. Hi, Brian.
How are you guys doing?
Good, how about you?
Good. Well, I have a couple of things just to take care of tonight. Formally, I have a resignation letter from Mark Debzinski because of his moving out of our response time area. I know that you guys are aware of that due to planning and zoning as well.
Yep.
But it took effect July 1st, and I have the official letter here. Can I just leave that with you?
Yep.
Is it? Perfect. Let's get the act on that now.
Yeah.
I make a motion we accept Alphabet's resignation.
I second.
You don't want to
I
stay.
don't want to say it.
Stephanie,
Yeah, he's gonna be
second by
a
Mary.
great loss. I mean, he did a nice job, he was involved, a good community member, so, yeah, we're losing. Second,
We need to approve that
Oh,
motion.
yeah.
Sorry.
Motion was made and seconded. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried unanimously.
and the second, we had Assistant Secretary with Jamie Lickey reapplying, and Training and Safety Officer with Dan Rushlow reapplying as well for those two positions for their second terms.
Okay.
So no other applicants for either of those positions, so we offered it back to them and they accepted, so we let them know at the last meeting as well, so I just want you guys to be aware of that.
Very good. We will need to have a motion to have those two positions reappointed to Jamie Lakey and Dan Rushlow.
I'll make that motion.
There's a motion on the floor from Don.
I'll second.
Second by Mary. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
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 Aye, opposed, carried unanimously.
Good.
Brian, how's everything else going?
Good.
Good.
FEMA grant that we applied for last year. We've gotten a couple of inquiries from the FEMA organization just on specifics. She helped me get through one of the things with the DUNS number. There was a question with that. Other than that, we're kind of waiting. We've got our fingers crossed that maybe something will come through here in the next month or so.
And then what will you use that one for?
That would have meant for extrication tools if we would be lucky enough to obtain that. So we'll see if that comes through. Other than that, everything's been going well. We're at 26 members now with Mark's resignation. So we're at our goal of 26, and if we have anything in the future, you know, where we see the time when some certain members may retire, we'll look at hiring, but at this time we're sitting where we need to be. Yeah.
I had a chance to take a look at the city's ISO report. That report is done every few years, several years. I'm not sure what their actual schedule is.
It's supposed to be every 2 years where they actually do it. It hasn't been done, I believe, in probably
Close to 10.
10. Yeah, so.
For sure. Yeah, no, probably 10. This is my 10th year here. So it was
Correct.
2 years before that, so it's probably 10 or 11.
Probably older than that, yes.
Yeah. basically that evaluates our fire department, personnel training, our equipment, our pumpers,
Our
they take a
response
look at
time
our
to
response
structure
time.
fires, the amount of personnel that respond.
Yep, our city's, sewer and water, or I should say water capabilities, things of that nature. Our ISO rating determines our insurance rates. So insurance companies will actually take a look at this ISO rating and they make a determination on how they're gonna charge you for your insurance rate. So to the fire department, it's extremely important that, we get good ISO ratings. What did we come at, Brent?
5.5.
5.5, and I think we were at a 6.
I know they've
Not
changed
sure.
all the formulas and the
Yes.
calculations to come up with the number, but a
Yes.
5.5 sounded like a great number.
It is a
based on
great
what we
number.
had.
It used
So
to
what's
be
the range?
10 to 1.
10 being worst,
Okay.
1 being best.
Best,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Unfortunately, if you live with only a mile or 2 from the fire hall, and it seems like they've tightened that up a little bit.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to affect residential so much, it's more along the commercial insurance rates that it
Yeah.
really benefits, you know,
Yeah.
so for a policyholder within the city or a commercial building, it will help you.
Yeah, yeah, so it's important for us to have those ratings. We've done an excellent job keeping that stuff up, Brian, and improving on the stuff, both with the training and as far as the equipment, stuff like that, that really plays into that. So good job, and keep up the good work.
You bet, well, thank you.
Thanks, Brian.
You guys have a good night.
Yep.
Essentia Health update. Obviously, some of you folks who were there, if not all of you, at our groundbreaking ceremony. Just kind of a heads up where everything's sitting from the city's end. We have our asbestos sampling that was done, and those results are back. So now it's a matter of going out and finding an abatement company. I am meeting with an abatement company from down the cities tomorrow at 1 o'clock. There, we're gonna do a walkthrough, and he's going to shoot us an estimate or give me a ballpark before we get the estimate to see whether those will have to go out for bids or not. Just based on what the actual report states and the volumes that are there, it's turned out a lot better than I guess I was anticipating it would turn out, so that's good, that we can lower costs for us, so. That's where we're sitting now. Because of the amounts, they will have to give a 10-day notice of, or actually it's a 10-day intent to demo. The asbestos remediation company will have to give a 10-day notice to Minnesota Pollution Control in case they want to come out and monitor that abatement. So getting close, we should be able to, the way it's looking right now, unless something drastically happens, our deadline of September 1 is looking real good to have a next level log for Essentia to come in and start their new clinic, so things are moving along. Unless some of you guys got anything you wanna kind of touch on and talk about as far as the project goes?
When is that to be completed?
They're talking late spring
Late
next
spring.
year, right? Yeah.
Hopefully opening in June of next year.
Yeah, we wanna get the foundation, all that work done yet before freeze up this year.
Good winter project for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Carrie, what do we have in the Morrison County Community Development Grant?
I just wanted to let you guys know that we did receive, approval from their board that we did give, up to $10,000 towards the abatement of the asbestos. We just have to send in like our actual receipts of what it costs us to have it removed.
Okay.
Nice.
And just some of those like final number stuff for sure, but
Sweet.
it was approved from their board, so.
Yeah, I definitely like to make note of thanking that board and Carol Anderson for helping us out with this project. Yeah, it really means a lot to us to get those extra dollars to help with this project, so just a big thank you from the city council. We have a host of gambling permits, raffles, things of that nature to approve. I'm not sure what the council's take is on this. Some of these are scheduled out a full year, looks like they turned in a whole year's worth through 2017. basically, Holy Trinity and Horizon Health, I think there's one in here for Horizon Health. Are you guys okay with approving these that far out?
Yeah. That's their standard ones that they do every year.
Yep.
Yep.
Carnival, Calendar Raffle.
So we're just gonna kind of run through these.
What more do each one in?
We might as well just try and, I'll just run through them and we can make them all one motion to have.
Perfect.
We have, first one, Holy Trinity Catholic School, that's a raffle, October 15th, 2016. We have Holy Trinity Catholic School, let's see, that's a raffle, and that is December 21st, 2016. We have Holy Trinity Catholic School, that is bingo, paddle wheel, pull tabs, and a raffle. That is March 12th, yeah, 2017. We have Holy Trinity Catholic School, this is their golf, I believe, raffle. That is June 24th, 2017.
Make a motion that we approve all of Holy Trinity's permits, gambling permits.
Raffles.
I second that.
Motion on the floor from Stephanie and second by Mary. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried unanimously. We have a Horizon Health, and I think it's a raffle, but the date, does not look correct. I don't believe it is. It is June 26th of 2016. I'm thinking this is a wacky hacker.
It's the wacky hacker, because I
Is it?
talked to her when she came in.
Okay. Is the
Can we approve?
June
it?
26th, okay? Is that the actual date? Is it supposed to be
No,
just
it's during
2017?
Oktoberfest.
So can we approve it without it having the right date on it, or approve it pending the correct date?
Why don't we, if you guys are okay with it, why don't we approve it and they're gonna have to come in
Sure. I
and
would say I can
amend
let
the date?
Vicky know when she comes and picks it up that the date's wrong.
Okay.
She'll just have to amend the date.
And that is typical, that is this year, yeah. so
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
just order that. Let's see.
Just the one that were.
Just the one.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
Motion on the floor from Don to approve the Horizon Health gambling permit.
I second.
Second by Mary. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
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 Aye, opposed, carried unanimously. Next, we have actually it's a satisfaction of mortgage. And is this one from Becker? And this will back into the EDA.
Yep.
And we will need a motion to have this approved, but we need the dollar amounts, Gary, you have those?
Let me grab it for you, I do that.
They basically are gonna pay off their,
EDA one.
yeah. In the amount of $41,567.54. We'll need a motion to have that satisfaction approved.
I move to approve the satisfaction of the loan payment from Becker.
There's a motion on the floor from Mary. Can you get a second?
I'll second that.
Second by Don. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye. Aye, opposed, carried unanimously. I would like to thank Becker's for choosing Pierz to do business. I was glad we could help them out through the EDA, and yeah, I wish them all the best coming up here. Next on the agenda, we have the City Hall building rental space letter. I would like to table that on here. I should have tabled it earlier when we approved the agenda, but I would like to speak with some entities about that before City Council takes any action on that. If that would be all right with the council.
Need a motion to table it?
Yes, I do.
I'll make the motion to table it.
There is a motion on the floor from Donnie to table.
I'll second it.
second by Stephanie. All those in favor, please signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, carried unanimously. We have a TIF public hearing set for August 16th, or August 8th, I'm sorry, 2016.
You skipped the temporary family healthcare building.
That is the,
That's different.
oh, I'm sorry, the family, okay, we have to have a public hearing for that too, right?
To
Yeah,
opt
this is a
out,
temp-
if you guys wanna
Yeah,
opt
this is
out.
a temporary family healthcare dwelling, new law that has came into effect. That public hearing is actually set for August 8th at 6 p.m. So, just kind of, did you guys get a chance to see that information in the packets at all? We're able to make heads or tails out of that new law. Basically, what sums it up is the law goes into effect unless the cities or municipalities tend to opt out of it. Basically, this was put into place by our state government for families who wanted to help other family members who needed some type of ambulatory care, things of that nature. And what that does is it actually bypasses most of our zoning ordinances and would allow them to move a trailer house in on the same lot or a camper trailer in on the same lot for up to, I believe, it's 6 months at a time.
6 months, they have, so it's, the first permit is 6 months, and then they have a one-time option to extend it for another 6 months.
Yeah. Now, the city can opt out of this, but we still have to have a public hearing, and we should get public comment on what the community would like us to do and how they would like us to proceed.
And this is very specifically just for health
Yes.
care needs, not just because
Not
they
just
want it.
because- right.
It's for healthcare
Exactly.
needs, yeah.
Who determines the healthcare needs?
There is some information in there that, again, I don't know if it gets that specific. I'm not sure if they have to have some type of doctors type thing. I know there's some HIPAA information things that are privacy stuff that actually isn't part of the law.
They have to fill out an application, a thorough application for it.
You know, so, I don't know if they need some type of doctor's note or if they need from a healthcare organization or how they actually determine that. Or if there is no real determining authority. It's just because family members who think that somebody may need a hand or something. I'm not sure how that will work. But we'll have to get more information on that before we have our public hearing, so.
That public hearing is gonna be the August 8th.
That is the August 8th at 6 p.m. And then we also have a TIF public hearing. Is that also August 8th?
It is, but that starts at 6:30.
That is at 6. And that TIF is in regards to,
Essential.
Essentia Health and, our EDAs. Carrie, do you have a Banyon update?
So last week, Scott and I sat in for utility training on Monday, and then Linda and I sat in on Thursday for payroll training. So we are operating out of the utility billing software for Banyon, and then as of this morning, we are using the payroll software. So I'm still waiting for them to convert the fund accounting data, which they are hoping to have done by the end of this week. So training should be the end of this week, early next week for that. But we are, payroll was done out of the new Banyon, and it actually went really smoothly today, so it's awesome.
What do you think of this?
It's awesome.
Like it?
It's a lot, there's a lot less steps
Okay.
to create a more complete and thorough payroll, so.
We moved from 1940 to.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much.
I think that was 45, Eric. Right.
Yeah, there's a lot less things that have
It
to,
was
for
slick.
instance, any reimbursements that were paid used to have to be done on a fund accounting. And now I can do that right on their payroll checks, so. Yes, we got rid of a lot of spreadsheets, that I don't have to track anymore, so it'll be a lot smoother and a lot less hassle to do.
Okay, Linda, did you kinda like it?
Yeah, and I think I could easily step in and do it without much,
Okay.
without much.
Well, no, just to get the general idea.
Right,
you
right,
know,
yeah.
So you have some understanding of how everything works, would be a big help.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
So thank you for taking that training too.
Yeah, they are awesome. I mean, I called down there, I can't tell you how many times today, just to get things squared away and make sure everybody's deductions and everything were exactly how they needed to be laid out. And they were pleasant to talk to every time I had to call, and no hesitation at all for help, so.
Awesome. That's good, that's important.
Yeah, very much so.
John, do we got any building permits?
We sure do. We have 3. So we have Tom and Jackie Primusberger have now conformed with how their lot, where their lot sits and how the house is gonna be on it. So we've got a new patio home for them going in. Jeremy Stagger is being approved for a fence on the condition that he needs one more neighbor to sign off
Okay.
on his fence.
That is under 7 feet high, but it is our zoning
Yes.
6 feet.
Yes. And it'll be a wooden fence, and so he's got all the drawings, so everything is good to go there. And then, Steve Weiss on Robert Street has a storage shed that he's putting in the back, and he's doing a little bit of concrete work, and both of those were approved. So, that's those 3.
Thanks, Don. Can we get a motion to have those permits approved?
I move to approve the permits from planning and zoning.
Motion on the floor from Mary, can we get a second?
Second.
Second by Stephanie, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, carried unanimously. Bob, was the meeting tonight? Derek? How's it going, chief? Good. My paperwork.
My monthly report is in front of you for June and July, 171 calls for the months. Believe it or not, last year I had a total of 204, so it was a better 2 months this year than it was last year, so it is what it is. Call is still high, but with Jason fully on board now, the squad car is in the fleet, it's been signed to Mr. Loscheider with all the same emergency equipment that we utilize in this one, so it's match for match, so it's got all the good medical equipment and the rescue equipment assigned to it, so from there it's good, it's in the fleet, it's running. This coming month I'll be gone for 3 days, give or take, in the middle, redoing a bunch of my training licenses for water rescue and for an active shooter class, just to refresh for the schools when it starts again. Other than that, there's nothing else pending that's concerning or alarming.
Eric, you seen any trends anywhere as far as the call logs, the types of calls, certain days, weekends? Any trends that are really popping up right now, or is everything pretty much just?
Everything just seems like it's just, for me, for the last 5 years, it's staying the same.
Okay.
You can pick the months when it's busy. Again, the weeks, it's usually, I think Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are the busiest time.
Okay.
For the city of Pierz, it's not on the weekend, but it's during the week. But other than that, there's nothing alarming reference to drugs, there's nothing alarming reference to a number of thefts. The one thing that we do keep a close tab on is our rental properties been switching over pretty hard lately again, and some of the stuff that's being allowed to come in generates a lot of questions for me, but usually I know they come in, we're doing our job and making sure they're aware of, we're enforcing our rules and regulations in the city of Pierz.
Here, so we don't forget, next meeting, could you, just buzz off a copy of that, inspection checklist that we came up with, and just, so the council gets a look at that and is aware of that? We did get the inspection checklist done for the rental property, so I'd like you guys to just take a look at that. Have any suggestions, we should look at those.
And then I don't have nothing.
Thanks, Chief.
Right.
Thank you, Eric.
Carrie?
Nothing additional.
We're done, but does anybody else have anything?